Action! Got it. That was perfect.
Start off with this. So for scene one, the black and white photo, I'm just assuming maybe this is something we can grab with those quick images later on, like when we do those flash cuts of the guys killing the various victims.
Well, they're all up on the wall. We need them at the house.
I'm just reading a note here from Monica. This was a month ago, but he's out of town May 22nd to June 4th.
That would be great, you know, and to shoot, be able to shoot them. It would be fabulous.
You're shooting. The other guy's grabbing the gun. It's going off, hitting the ceiling.
Well, we had 700 a week total, and we're only agreement until the 29th on.
White Elk nails him and he shoots her. Then they go to the graveyard. Right. So right here, if we cut this.
Roy, Gloria, Adam, like we have in Wendy Banjo to be announced. I didn't know Lou Temple before. He just came and auditioned and it was funny, he was the first person who came in and read for Adam Banjo and the last person.
Gloria, for Christ's sakes, come on now, you know it's all just a bunch of crap. I mean, they're just exaggerating so they can get the ratings up, trying to scare everybody so they hide in their homes and buy more TV dinners.
I never go to the casting sessions because I think it's really distracting and it's not a play. I'm not going to watch this person live. I want to see them on tape later, also because I don't want to be influenced by their presence in the room, because sometimes people have incredible presence in a room and photograph like a little mouse. And sometimes they're in front of you, it's like, this is one of the most boring people I've ever met. And on camera, you're like, oh my God, this person just comes alive.
Spaulding, Captain Spaulding, was a character in the Marx Brothers movie.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just don't find it in the least bit funny. At all.
Oh, come on now, honey. How about a little encore performance tomorrow?
Oh, you wish.
Leslie Easterbrook, for instance, came in to read for a small role, or for a different role, and I was like, she's great, but I don't know what I want her for.
You go get them, Sheriff! Go get your ghosts! Those ghosts are gonna crawl right inside your head!
Hey, Roy, I did some more research into that thing I was telling you about the other day.
What thing?
Rodeo clowning.
Rodeo clowning. You want to be a fucking rodeo clown. What, are you high?
Yeah, I mean, no.
It's sort of an unexplainable thing. Some people just have it.
Oh my God, look at you. Wow.
The door runs outside, David falls out.
With Michael Berryman, are his days real like locked down, like he's only available certain days? Right. So Rondo is really the big missing part. So MC Gainey, does he look more like that other picture you sent me now? His hair's gray and short. This has the type of place like the hottest girl still won't have any teeth. Right. You know, maybe that's why she's popular. Well, if that doesn't work, there's other people.
Because I know Karen Black, they must be depressed about Karen Black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even know why she's not doing it.
Yeah, it's too bad that didn't work out.
No, it's not.
Everyone thinks the budget is about 10 times bigger than it actually is, so they think that we're screwing them. I just don't want someone showing up for a statement sort of like, I'm here, but I really don't want to be here.
It's supposed to be Gloria, but he said I look too young for Gloria. But then when they sent me the part for the mother, it said 34, and I went, well, now I'm too old. And they go, no, we like you for the mother. I go, okay, but I was just fine for Gloria.
You look
Priscilla Barnes!
You know, the budget on this is maybe half of the first one, but I think it'll look twice as big as the first one, just because I just know the money on the first one was just wasted. It just didn't. I thought it was getting on screen, but it really, I don't think it really was.
Actually, instead of us going more over budget, I think we're going more under budget every day. That Rob keeps thinking about how to do things a little more cheaply and succinctly. And
I think limitations make people get more creative. When you just have everything, you just keep throwing more money at it all the time, and it doesn't get any better.
On a budget like this, which is not ultra low budget, but isn't like you need to be fairly crafty. You know, I went outside locations and twisted the script around to fit the locations.
That was the main thing, though, just finding really remote, versatile places with a lot of scope, because I didn't want to do a lot of company moves, so literally it's, you know, it's funny because here's the western town, you move the camera a foot, there's the Firefly house, move another foot, there's where the bounty hunters live. I mean, it's just all packed together. It's basically, you know, versatile locations is the key.
This becomes a fit. Yeah. Make a staircase coming down. You know, then you can be here like, stop. But then you can knock them out, pick them up, just for fun, toss them through the window.
Camera down here, like follow them across, and then like come up when they get out of the car, cut down.
He turns and she stands like this.
I mean, a disco ball out here could be like, you know, we could move it around. It could be like balls here, you know.
There you go.
He wanted something that was deserty, real, gritty. It's a completely different feeling movie than the first one.
When we're out there, we just find a spot.
Well, there's a gas station set at Club Ed that's like just down the road. You know.
You can't even just have the building right. There's a colored shaped bird in the background.
So just give her
I don't see. So we're changing that. That said something rest easy in or something like that.
We were out location scouting one day, and my favorite location was not on the scout. We're driving down the street, and I was like, stop! And there was this house that eventually became the house that Captain Spaulding lives in. And it was just abandoned. We didn't even do any decoration. It was just, as it is in the movie, is how we found it, just sitting there. You know, it was in an area they thought was going to develop, but they couldn't get water in there, so this house just rotted, but it was fully decked out.
Oh, shouldn't open that.
But behind that house, we took a look in the backyard, and there was just acres and acres of chicken farms that had just been left. And they were just dilapidated, and that's what we used for our big sort of like, you know, Italian Western death scene out in there. But not only had the buildings been left, but so had the chickens. So you look in there, and there's really like mummified chickens. I mean, it was so hot and dry that they were like, it felt like if you touched them, they'd go, pff, just turn to dust. And I'm like, we couldn't build this if we had $50 million.
You're talking about using this area here as like the main staging area?
Possibly. And then when he goes to hit him again, Otis rolls out of the way, and that's when that kicks him in the knee.
If you see a light switch, try it. Oh, okay, go on. Yeah.
I think we have one location that isn't filthy.
Oh, man, shoot handheld out of it.
Well, that's that thing falling out of the helicopter. Oh, it's Phil's camera.
Is the key grip here? Right here. Let's go.
What is happening? Jesus Christ, we're locked out of this fucking place? We're locked in and we're locked out. Sarsaparilla.
The look of the first film is very psychedelic, cartoony, and it's really over the top. I think it works for that. But doing a sequel to do that again would seem like, ugh, that again.
Why does this appear to be so much more grainy?
I see, right. Just
like this?
Yep.
I like this. This is good.
Which is this.
Why do we have to bring him in for New York for $150 a day?
He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
But there's no good camera operators in LA?
I don't know.
It's so dark.
It's dark.
Yeah, it's too dark though. Once we get into the DI, you're not gonna have any leeway to do anything. So it's not gonna look exactly like this?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the costumes needed to be authentic, but I also wanted them to be simple. I wanted them to be timeless. I wanted them to look real, because there's always a tendency to overdo it. You know, serial killers on the run aren't wearing cool bracelets and belts. They take all that crap off and throw it away. And like bounty hunters, you know, just simple guys. Not like, don't give them all kinds of road warrior bullshit. So that was always the thing, just simple.
Or
That's cute.
a dress,
Yeah.
which is definitely what I like, and the rip, if somewhere it's ripped because of the run, and then get some
Cool
cool
boots.
boots.
Yeah.
$352 to buy fake,
Just-
crappy-looking
Exactly.
camouflage pants.
Exactly. Otherwise, they have these kind of, dyed stuff.
I like the patches if they look functional. They're there because the pants are old and falling apart. Well, how many pairs do we need?
Oh, we need for everybody about 5.
5 pairs?
of everything.
5 of everything?
For everybody.
At
Everybody gets
$900
killed,
a
so
pop?
everybody.
Well, it just looks like clown clothes, and I don't want him to seem like a clown. We should see if we can get him like a worn-out black concert T-shirt from the '70s. You know what? Write down Cheap Trick, because Andy's got some connection to Cheap Trick, so maybe he can move that one along faster.
Tricks.
Cheap Trick. That's what I'm saying. I make 4, so there's 2 on each.
When we talk to
You know, it's like a short vest, but it's got that sort of like that puffy quilted thing. It's almost like if you rip the lining out of a jacket.
Yeah.
Managing a big crew is something I'm kind of used to. You know, being on tour, I was always in charge of everything. The big stage productions, the whole crew. But I think the main thing that keep them united is everybody should be in a good mood and it should be fun. Because first of all, if it's not fun, why the fuck would anybody want to be there? I mean, come on, let's be real. And the other thing is just like that everything that everyone's doing is important.
We stage an action scene or a thing that would get you more sweaty and on the edge of your seat than that.
So that's basically the changes. Simplifying moments to make it more about
a shock or a scare or a twist.
Well, that's yeah, but I know how it's going to be shot. When someone runs in here and the camera just whips by, grabs them, and then we're over here, you're going to just see like a blur of something. My biggest fear is staging fight scenes that end up looking like Walker, Texas Ranger. You know, like we don't have the time. I don't want to do it. I'd rather do something smaller that's more, because really what it's about is the intensity of the characters.
Baby's got a shotgun, which I know you were talking about that, you like that. And keep leaning back towards a pump with her.
I think we go with the pump.
To believe that somebody sees a violent movie that it's going to make them violent, I think it's probably going to make them less violent.
Within 6 months, there's going to be something much more atrocious that's come out of Iraq or somewhere else.
But you're having them hold the head up like this, right? I mean, and I think that's probably what the similarity is, right?
It hadn't even crossed my mind. I mean,
You know what? I mean,
Wayne's sitting in his shop making the severed head. It didn't even cross his mind. I just called him and he was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. As he's sitting there sculpting it.
It's real.
Right, and like we almost want to shoot this movie like the way that video looks. All handheld and weird, that's what's almost worse.
Storyboards are weird. I didn't even bring them to set, and I never used them. Which, I'm sorry to the guys who drew them. But what it was helpful for is having to explain to them what I wanted the storyboards to be, because then I would have to really articulate the scene to someone else and in my own head enough to get someone to draw it out how I want it. And then I would never go back to it, but it would just make me work out the bugs. It almost like saved film. He drew it out and I'd go, well, that clearly doesn't work, so we won't do it that way.
Hey, Roy, open up. I got some of that Dr. Corndog's hickory smoked jerky. I'm sorry, got the wrong room. I'm looking for room number 2.
No, you got the right room. Come on in.
Is Roy in there?
Roy's in here, all right. Come on in.
You actually, you're on your knees!
Roy, help!
It's our last time to go through everything before we have to really do it for real. So today's the day where we truly discover how unprepared we are. Except for the fact that we have no sets, not finished casting. We have no wardrobe.
The crew isn't here.
We're feeling pretty good, pretty confident that in 7 days we'll have a movie.
This is going to be a color study for the Saloon and Western Street.
Well, I mean, production design is incredibly important because it's like trying to take your vision and convey it to another person who's then going to convey it to his people, and suddenly, boom, there's a house in front of you. And in this movie, there was a sort of a little bit of a problem because the original production designer left a week out from shooting, and nothing had been started. And then I brought in another guy, Anthony Tremblay, who was amazing. I mean, because he didn't have much money, and he could turn around anything. But the one trick was the sets were never finished in advance because he was always rushing to. I mean, he had a week of prep to shoot this whole movie, so it was like, that set will be done a half an hour before you get there, and that's when you'll see it. And you're like, ay, ay, ay. But it worked because he was good and he knew what we wanted, and so I never showed up and thought like, what the fuck is this all about? It was always right on.
I am working like crazy. I want to have this done by Monday at the latest Tuesday.
Yeah, so actually,
Are you gonna bring more dark in here to match what's going on a little bit?
I can easily do that one too.
All I have to compare it to is last time, and I would say that we're about 1,000 times more prepared than we were on the last film.
I just love making movies. It's always the most fun, from the most mundane detail to like the biggest day on set. But really, I think the most gratifying moment is probably the table read, because it's just been words on a piece of paper, and you hear it in your head, and when you finally get all the actors and they read through it and you have that like, works, or like could work, or this might work, but you finally hear them start bringing it to life. That's probably the most exciting moment, where it feels like, you know, hey, we're making a movie.
Any other thought is going to get you cold slab, toe tagged, mailed home to your mom in a plastic bag. Are we crystal?
Crystal, sir.
Gentlemen, let's do what God made us to do.
Howdy, murder lovers. It's your old pal, Captain Spaulding again, and I'm here to tell you about our exciting new attraction, Mary the Monkey Girl.
You write the script, but until someone speaks, you go, okay, that's awkward for that person, just the way they speak. That sounds funny. That sounds perfect for them. And I just sit there writing around, changing. And you know when, you can hear when dialogue is awkward in a movie where, like, you can tell that guy just loved that line and he was going to make sure they said that line no matter how awkward it sounds.
Rodeo clowning.
Rodeo clowning? You want to be a fucking rodeo clown? What are you, high?
Yeah. I mean, no. Sorry, I got the wrong room. I was looking for room 5.
No, you got the right room. Come on in.
Is Roy in there?
Roy's in here, all right. Come on in.
You actually, you're on your knees!
What's the matter, kid? You afraid of clowns or something?
Jamie nods yes.
Why?
Don't we make you laugh? Aren't we fucking funny?
Sheriff, you can't outrun yourself. You found your way into something you ain't never get out of. We'll get you. We'll get you.
And second off, I can do anything I want. Consider me motherfucking Willy fucking Wonka. You are in my chocolate factory now. You got it, my factory. Hoss, I want you to pray. I want you to summon your God to come save me. I want lightning to come down and crash upon my fucking head.
Well, make your move, Whitey. 2 hits. Me hitting you and your dick hitting the dirt.
Oh, man, you ain't hitting nothing.
Come on, cut the shit. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Shit always floats our way, don't it, Chief?
Whitey, pull the fucking car over.
Jesus Christ, 2 fucking retards. Forget it, ain't no fucking ice cream in your future.
Stop it! Leave him alone! Stop it, you fucker!
Maybe he had a divine moment when his brains hit the floor.
Maybe. Maybe you will too.
Well, I can't fucking wait. If you want it, here it is.
Come and get it.
Come on!
It's funny. It was kind of like the first time you came in for when we first met. It's just like what you think. You know, you hire someone because you think they're going to do something, and they come in and do it. And it's like you look for a comment and you almost don't have it because it was just what you wanted.
I love it when it just flows, man. I can't wait to get to the next one.
The real goal of what we got to do is make these shitty, horrible people
lovable. We're consistent, we're honest, we have fun, we have our code.
Yeah.
Our fucking code!
Whenever he's being interviewed, it's like, even though he's evil, he's so much more charismatic than whoever's interviewing him. That if you had to make a choice, who would you rather see drop dead, Geraldo or Manson? Everyone would pick Geraldo. Like, it never can seem fun, because you're fucking screaming in pain, but you're yelling for more, and you're just fucking nuts. The main thing that makes a movie good is people being comfortable. So, you might have thought like, oh, this will be good, but someone's like, well, I like this hat. And you're like, okay, that looks good and you're comfortable, or these shoes, or that's too revealing, or you want something more revealing. So yeah, it's just always a give and take. Because the worst thing you can do, the most idiotic thing you can do as a director is go, well, I carved this in stone a year ago and it's not changing.
This jacket is a symbol of my individuality, my freedom of choice.
See, the last guy I killed was a short, fat guy.
The fact is, I look so good sometimes they have to make me down, so I look closer to the guest. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Morris Green Show. It's so nice to see you all today, and of course, it's always nice to be seen by you today. Can we say poop? We can say poop. So you're in. Go ahead. These groups like the inverted cross or the pentagram or the number 666 left at the scene of the crime. What do you think about that? The Morris Green Show. Got it.
What do you think? How would your guy be?
He gets a haircut.
But how often? Like every...
I think Otis's makeup is way, way too heavy, because I want to play him more natural. He's looking too much like a guy walking around in white goth makeup. Yeah, but let's leave this stubble, like always stubble.
We're not
never
gonna shave it, we'll just cut it down.
Okay, try that. Yeah, people have their private moment.
How long is it going to take him to set up?
We're centered on the...
We shot a lot of tests on the actors because I wanted to make sure that they came off more real. It's amazing what, you can be looking at someone live and you go, okay, and then you see it on film and you go, God, that looks fucking ridiculous on film. It basically solve problems as much as possible in advance. Oh, the set. These are the things that'd be nice if we could find out before we walk on set. And I don't want.
I know, I'm sorry about that.
I mean, we've had major issues with everything. Action.
Whoa, howdy, folks.
You could like pop the monkey's head up, like go on. Yeah, you know how to wrangle a monkey. Just wrangle it.
It's Mary, the monkey girl. Oh, yes. That little honey is half real human, half monkey. I brought all the way from the wilds of Borneo. So y'all come in, make sure you bring little Johnny and Susie with you. She'll scare the holy guacamole out of them. And remember, while you're down here, pick up your Captain Spaulding for President t-shirts. I could be the president of this country, okay? And I could kick some major ass and get everything all straightened up real quick. Fried chicken.
Got it.
Hey, got it.
Yeah, it's really good with not swallowing it.
Oh, that's awesome.
How's that make it?
God bless America and God's wife, Captain Spaulding.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it. There was one moment with the bird and the monkey. This looks so funny.
Tie them here like this.
That's when yeah.
Right?
I like it right down the, start with just right down the middle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh!
I like the. Can I keep the little wings? Hey.
A big pet peeve of mine, a big one, is bad wigs in movies. It drives me crazy, especially movies where they have millions and millions of dollars. Like, you can't get a decent wig on that actor. I've seen movies where I can see the wig in the close-up, like here's where the wig ends, and I can see like, or it's coming up in the back, and you're just like, it's like a bad toupee. And you're like, it is, man. So the way to make the wigs amazing, we shave his head completely bald, and then the wig is a lace wig, which is so thin that you can see his scalp through the hair. So it just looks like he's got thinning hair, which looks totally real.
I feel like all I need is a big gold hoop earring in one ear. I feel like a genie or something.
Yeah, they're starting out
like
Pirates
Mr.
of the
Clean. Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, part two.
We're gonna go right from this to Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. I don't know what we're shooting right now. I'm just still mourning the loss of my hair. Well, Wayne, why is that? It hasn't really kicked in just yet. Not quite sure what I'm doing, who I am, what the hell is going on. But, you know, this coffee is starting to work its magic. All the glue and chemicals from this makeup starting to sink into my brain, and starting to feel a little bit of Otis B. Driftwood coming on. The boogeyman's real, and ye found him.
It's amazing to finally be here because it's such a weird thing. You know, you imagine the whole thing in your head, and really, but until right now, it's the first time I've seen everyone together in wardrobe doing their thing.
We made the ring for Adam Banjo, just a little skull. Then we made a belt buckle that looks like that. That's an untarnished one.
Now we're doing a black bruce tone, cedar, red oxide. What is this?
A little aged blood.
Aged blood.
I mean, it's simple action, but we'll have a lot of angles. I mean, a lot of coverage on simple things. Okay. That's how I want to do everything.
Man, I don't see him. Shit, where the fuck is he?
Cut.
Great. Okay, we cut!
Well, the first scene was just Baby and Otis driving up to the motel, which, you know, it's a 30-second shot that we now have from 26 different angles, and we filmed for 5 hours, but...
That's exactly what I thought you'd say. Man, you can never be supportive of anything I want to do.
What do you want me to say? You're dressed for the part and you're headed in the right direction?
I was always a big fan of Jeffrey Lewis. Weird actors always jump out to me in movies. I mean, I was always a big Clint Eastwood fan, you know, and Jeffrey's made, I think, about 7 movies with Clint, so he's always there, and he's always just like he's like a scene stealer, you know. He doesn't ever really get a lot to do sometimes in these movies, but he just steals the scene.
No, yes. Get me some of that beef jerky.
Thanks for talking. You know, I could have been on that pit crew down in North Carolina.
The cameraman would like one more. Yeah, well, we don't have time.
Yeah, that was the best one so far.
It's going good. It's going really good. I mean, everything I want to do, we're accomplishing. I mean, as usual, behind schedule. We're behind schedule after the first 5 minutes, but...
I'm Adam Banjo. This is Roy Sullivan. He played with Johnny Cash.
I played with Johnny Cash.
He did.
Yeah, he shook my hand.
Action! Well, I'm sorry, but I lost my sense of humor about 5 miles back. Can you get over this already?
When our dick bitties were flapping around up there, and she was
don't flap.
They look like 2 raccoons in a gunny sack fighting to get out.
Adam, shut up. Our top fell down. I was gonna pee myself. I was gonna pee myself.
You're just jealous because you don't have any titties.
Oh, Gloria, come on. No reason to get mean about it. Come on.
That was perfect.
I was wondering, you gonna take me back to your room and play with me?
My wife's in that room.
Or is my brother gonna have to shoot your fucking teeth out of your head? After one day, I felt like we'd known each other for years. Woo! Ah, you're supposed to put your arms under me.
In the early mornings on set, I love it. I always loved rolling in when it was still dark. You get your breakfast burrito off the truck and go to work, and every morning it always seems exciting. I don't know, it's a cool feeling. It's like summer camp, and when it's over, everyone's always bummed.
All right, just go now. Okay.
We add white and raw umber to all the colors. We tone them down like they're weathered and aged by the sun already. And then we dry brush it instead of like painting it solid. And then we sand the thing. And then we put a coat of water and we spray this umber wash onto it and get this patina. And then on top of that, for the little yellowing, we add some shellac.
Give her a colorimeter. We're going to take this negative mold we're doing of his face and pour liquid clay into it. And that way we'll be able to resculpt any imperfections and sculpt the cutoff edge. Then we'll cast it out of a silicone to actually make the prop. Yeah, some of the real stuff almost looks fake. Like sometimes if we would do something that looks how it would really look in real life, people wouldn't believe it. It's a two-part step. We have the alginate, which is a flexible material that we mix up as a cream. Put that on your face. We'll leave your nose uncovered. You can breathe through your nose.
Probably a good color for me.
Since that's flexible, we need to put a backing on the outside, which we use plaster bandages. We put those on wet, and in a matter of like 2-3 minutes, they'll harden up, and then we just pull it off your face.
The mask might look better than my face. Rob might see it and say, let's cast the mask.
We've had people come in and have their face cast done, and then take it to plastic surgeons, and they'll alter the face cast. Say, this is kind of what I want to look like. It came out very good.
Wow.
So,
look at that.
And then we went around and sculpted all the edges where his face was cut off in various cuts and things like that. And then after that, it was a paint process, which it took a day and a half just to paint the face because you wanted to make it look as realistic as possible.
Well, before you punch the hair, can we trim the appliance if we think it's too big?
Sure.
Okay, then we should just go. We save all that. We'll lose that ear.
Yeah, we can save
that ear.
either or.
I guess I don't know how much neck do you think?
Hooked up to this firing board. Which we're getting attacked by that.
Yeah, once it's painted up.
It's a definite improvement, Wayne. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you.
Whatever we can do, you know.
Got a nice gory inside.
What's that?
And all the hair is punched in by hand to duplicate his goatee and his hairline. And now I'm just adding a little blood. It looks nice and gory. There.
All right. Really outdid yourself on that mask.
This is beautiful.
I totally forgot to wear sunscreen yesterday.
You're going to be running, they'll never see it. It just has to look flesh colored.
She's running, screaming, you're running, screaming behind her, but then she splits off and you just keep going.
Okay.
Guy was covered in blood, a knife and someone ran down our street with little kids.
Wow.
And it looked just like this. It was just so weird because it was like broad daylight, it was a nice sunny day, except for the naked, bloody guy running down the street. I guess I think people are mowing their lawns. He's like running up to people's doors and like no one's reacting. Like they're coming near my house. I got new carpeting.
Cut! I think we should just do that because we're liable to get the other camera in there.
This is okay.
Huh?
Not really that thrilled with it, but
you're not thrilled with it?
It's got rock video look all over it. I wanted to shoot it on 16 because the cameras are lighter and easier because I want to shoot the film basically. The film's basically all handheld.
I felt like an insane person. I mean, I was under the mask, you can't see it, but I'm bawling, I'm crying. I was hysterical. And then when he said cut, I felt so great, like I'd gotten out all this inner anger, not that I have a lot, but whatever was there was gone.
Clubhead is where the motel set is, or the exteriors anyway, and it's, for some reason out there, there's several things you have to contend with. The heat, it was miserably hot. It's very windy all the time. It's whipping sand in everyone's face. And trucks just scream down the road constantly. It's amazing. You'd think, like, how can I get hit by a truck when I can see 10 miles in either direction, but somehow you're not paying attention and
I'd be like, wait, you, stop. Following this car, boom, the truck's like, I don't know, 50 feet. You'll come out like here, like, oh my God. Get to here, they cross the line, try to flag you down.
She's going to turn and we'll hit her right away with the truck because we have the control of the timing, so whatever your reaction would be.
Like entering the frame, you'd hear like a horn probably.
What is that, a hot dog? Oh my God. That is so gross.
This is a serious fat. I mean, this way we can see you're in the middle of nowhere.
Well, we can.
I like the burns. I'm wondering if the mustache should be more of a normal mustache. I wonder if this is too...
I wonder if it's almost comical.
Hey, Douglas? Too badass.
Angle them away from the, so they've got little points.
Good effort, Sandy.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think they believed in Rob as a filmmaker, and that's so important, you know, because if the crew kind of don't respect the director, then it becomes like sort of apparent they're there for one thing and one thing only, which is a paycheck. This one seemed like, you know, that I think if we went to them and said, hey, look, we need to work an extra couple hours here, but we don't have any more money, I actually believe the majority of them would have said, yep, I'm in, man.
Yeah, I just did that Sturgis run. The tough one. Yeah, 3,000 miles. Naked. I'm playing Rondo. And Rondo is kind of he used to own a daycare center, and you know, got a little disillusioned with the kids, so decided to be a bounty hunter.
Here's a list of names I need you to look up for me.
That's a funny fucking name.
Yeah, well, look who's fucking talking, Rondo. You just call me if anything connects.
First time out, it was all slap ass, good time. Yeehaw, let's go, you know. And this time it's like, don't get in this guy's way.
Do you have shoes for her down here? You can put on it. You know what helps sell it too, Sid? You rear back.
Rear back on her? Okay.
She's crying.
Whoa, whoa.
Daddy, grab that bitch!
Eight for your camera.
You're at the top of the hill.
How fast are you planning to run?
They got big out here.
Come on!
Any of me?
Only him.
When Sherry pulls her down, we might see. At that point, we probably will, but I mean, for this, we won't.
Yeah, just one in here.
Yeah, just the one in the It looked like he hit it pretty hard. I thought.
You want to look at this?
So James is doing that right now. He just took the
Maybe he looks like he's running in hard and jabbing it, so just go bam, done it.
Yeah.
It looked like this.
That's why I didn't scream, because I didn't know if he hit me yet. I can't scream before he hits me.
Okay, a little harder, Bill, then.
You'll know.
Not feeling it.
When actors get too propped out with things they got to remember, it gets too technical, you can really see it screw up their performance. Once again, it was a blood gag. She had a blood pack and a thing on her back, and Bill was supposed to run up, hit an exact spot with a retractable knife. And that becomes a lot of baggage for an actor to try to deal with and give a good performance. And of course, I feel kind of bad because, you know, Bill comes running in full force, boom!
Die, motherfucker! Ah!
Nice. Yeah, in the shoulder.
Oh.
You missed the pad. Oh,
Hits her right in the back. Next time he comes running in, boom!
Ah! Die, motherfucker!
He hits the tube with the blood, blocking all the blood so nothing's coming out. Let's try it again. It runs up, hits it, blood's gushing out, but the camera doesn't see it.
Wasn't very much blood. Sometimes it was hitting the knife, like the knife was right on it.
We just said, okay, Bill, stand here and place it exactly in this spot.
I mean, you can already have it in place. Just push it down. Everyone's screaming.
And that's when the blood just started flying.
Die, motherfucker!
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, now that was money.
Did you guys get a little scream? I mean, is it all right? I died. I died dead.
And the Kahiki Palms Motel is sort of just like every motel I remember as a kid. Every motel seemed to have some bad theme. Like you're in the middle of the desert, but they have a Hawaiian theme, when you're as far from Hawaii as you can get.
All right, looks fantastic. Let's get back to.
We had a couple little tweaks in the morning, but nothing major.
That is going to be a hard kick.
Get the gun!
He's going to kick him there. And watch how vicious this looks. Go ahead.
Oh!
Now, does that look fucking bad? Well, yeah, that does.
That ain't right.
That's not a rubber one? It is, but it's very stiff and the knots are pretty good.
Hit him again.
Now hit him again before he gets a chance. And just yank him back, struggle a little bit. Yeah, like that. Stab him.
Yeah, so it's just one of these.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I'm the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
The funny thing about Bill is he's really smart and he's just exploding with energy, but he's a really nice guy. So whenever we were doing the more demented stuff, you know, it would bother him.
It's good. I mean, it makes me queasy. And now, do you like him still having fight left in him because now it's a leg wound?
I think it's good because it's more horrible if he's sort of like conscious and awake when he starts cutting his face off.
Right.
I love that stick. I'm happy with that stick.
I suffer from severe migraines and I always kick in at the worst possible moments, like right now.
Are you all right? Do you want to look with your eyes now?
Woo, you like that shit, huh, Marco?
Good, 'cause I want to do some yoga for regular guys like this.
Roll sound. Action.
Now here's the situation here.
Hey, Mark.
I want them alive just long enough to see me piss in their face.
Cut it.
Okay, cut it.
Let's go again real quick.
This movie's, you know, it's interesting because same as the last one. There's, you know, there's a lot of actors that I've always wanted to work with, and now there's even more of them. So, you know, Jeffrey Lewis, having him on the set was fun, and William Forsythe, Steve Railsback, Danny, and everybody. You know, it's been good, and it's been going smooth, and we've been getting, you know, a demented amount of coverage. So we're moving fast, and it's wearing everybody out.
Everything's good.
Yeah, you having fun, yeah?
I'm having lots of fun. It's a blast.
We were acting away, and Jeffrey says, you know, this is the first day when we first met him. We're on and off, Mr. Lewis. And he says, you know, it doesn't really matter whatever you do because in the long run, it's all
Is this Walt Wild?
Yes.
I don't really think they listen to Rex Smith. Where do you bring it?
But they might. Tripping all over each other with these guns.
Okay.
It should be sloppy.
Right. Now I know I can't trust you.
I'll get him.
All right.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, I got the wrong room. I was looking for room number 2.
No, you got the right room. The hotel scene with Banjo and Sullivan, I thought, you know, coming in, ready to attack, they're so vulnerable in there.
I mean, I set the film in the 70s. I mean, the first film, Corpses, was set in 1977, so this takes place a little later, so it's 78. Mainly just because I just like the 70s. I like the music, I like the look, I like the fashion, I like the cars. And there's a primitive nature that just makes the whole film a little bit more scary and raw. You can't ever have a scene where someone's car breaks down, because all 4 people have cell phones, and they all have AAA, but there was just something about the 70s, just primitive enough.
It was a pretty easy day, except for the dying part.
Fire in the hole.
Ready? Fire in the hole.
Oh my God! That's dangerous.
Everybody wants to die on camera until it's time to do it.
Just shoot me.
He's winning.
It seems like your head was jolted back.
I want to wear it home. Go to a Burger King. Yeah, I want a Whopper, a large Coke. And can you also call an ambulance?
In the shower one, and profile one.
So I'll need a lot in my mouth.
You probably want to
and maybe a little more soupy, I think.
A little more soupy? Okay, no problem.
That's what he's looking
Slower, probably.
Action. Rolling healthy. Sweet baby Jesus.
Blood is always a trick in a movie. I mean, there's a lot of blood in this movie, but you need so much just because it's unpredictable. There's one scene in particular where Jimmy gets shot in the head and the blood's gushing out of him, but it's just seeping into the carpet of the motel and just soaking, and you can't even see it.
That's spicy.
An avocado? We got some dates lined up. We have to pick them up. They're at the hospital. But Brian here's got a lot of contacts at the hospital. You know, some of the nurses and stuff in the recovery ward. And,
They took a liking to me.
You're on your knees. Roy, help.
Wonderful actor. I love him.
Now, how do
Okay.
I like it kind of high up at your chin. It's a little more action.
In an attempt to help the Rugsville Sheriff Department, we here at News Update.
Now tomorrow I get a gun shoved up my twat, so I don't know, but
What sucked about all those locations, I think, ultimately was beneficial to the performances, especially, say, like, the motel set, say, was tight, cramped, hot, and miserable to be in. And after a while, you could really see that the actors looked miserable, they were hot, and it was uncomfortable to be there.
Boy, the next word that comes out of your mouth better be some brilliant fucking Mark Twain shit, because it's definitely getting chiseled on your tombstone.
It was very frightening to me, and it was a sexual scene where we've got two couples hostage in a motel room. I've decided to amuse myself with the wife of one of our hostages, and very dark scene, really bummed me out. And of course, in the movies, you don't just get to do it once; you have to do it 6 times. You know, and it's like, okay, well that's good, but now we need to do it from this angle with this lens, and that, you know, it's like, oh my God. After about 3 takes of this one particular scene, I said to Rob during a break, I just said, you know, this is it's really bumming me out. And he looked at me and said, art is not safe. And I thought, shit.
You make me sick.
I feel like we're all really getting to know each other now.
The hardest scene for me to watch was with Bill Moseley and Priscilla Barnes. It was really disturbing. I was in the scene and I couldn't even look at them. Like, it's really, really sick.
There were people behind us watching it, and a couple of people were like, you could see the tears coming down their face, which was, you know, it's pretty powerful. It's not at all like the first movie. It's very real hard to watch, and that's real different. That's why, I mean, that's when you know it works. If it's working now in the monitor with no sound effects, no nothing.
You better make the next one count. You better make this next one fucking count. Ah! Good.
Throw it at me.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
Whitney, it's all right. Come on out.
The CGI was basically just time effective. The practical effects look better probably because they're actually happening, but if they go wrong, the reset time is so enormous.
Whitney, it's all right. Come on out.
George, you want to give a good...
And I thought maybe doing it CGI, we could get a little bit of an extra kick out of it that we couldn't have gotten with a retractable knife. And, you know, I think we did. Yeah, it's been a good week. I just, for the first time, just a few minutes ago, saw some of the footage edited together. And that was a big relief because it works really well and it's all there. Because until you see something cut, you just don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know what you're doing, but you don't know it's gonna work.
Who's your cinematographer on this project, and how did you pick him?
Phil Parmet, and I picked him because he'd done a lot of documentaries. He did a Harlan County War, which won an Academy Award, and I just thought like the vibe I wanted to get was a very like you are there, never like as soon as it looks like a frame from a movie, I go okay, let's change it because I never want it to look like a horror movie. Just I thought the documentary experience would come in handy, that it wouldn't be afraid to go handheld on things. And
Well, the first thing he told me is he didn't want the film to look anything like his last film. And then we just talked about a lot of different kind of films and what he liked and what he didn't like. And we sort of arrived at this kind of documentary look. I mean, from the very beginning, he always wanted to have multiple cameras handheld. And the look for the film of kind of desaturated, crushed blacks and blown out highlights.
This is called the bloodying up process. We are now bloodying me up. And it's made out of meat. It really stinks.
It tastes. Man, I'm licking the inside of it.
Yeah, leave it for the maid. Now I got a better idea. I got a better idea.
To inform you that the Banjo and Sullivan show will be canceled for tonight.
It's just
like my prom picture.
Face going down. One more, last one, just for kicks. Okay, good. We're done.
Okay, now let's do it here.
He laughs. It's just criminal.
It's so fucked up. Hey, Mom.
All right, that looks pretty good.
Can we get some blood in here?
Asco, marranos de mierda. Ay, el baño. Ay, no, ¿cómo estará?
Okay. All right, apple box is full. Let's clear, gang. Here we go. Rehearsing.
So who are you playing today?
That gentleman right there.
Captain
Spaulding. Somebody fucked you up.
Your arms so that we show off the work there. That's perfect.
Yeah.
It's all polyester stuff, and those colors are very 70s.
I picked the yellow glasses, they're shooting glasses, you know, and then you got Cogs shows up and he's got the orange glasses on, and I'm like, he's totally biting my style, you know what I mean?
No, hang out beside Sherry above the thing, you know, bringing up the
If I stay with you, girl.
Freebird was perfect because it is the great epic American song. I mean, there's nothing like it. So when you want to end a movie, and that song is so perfect for those characters. I mean, Otis looks like he's in Leonard Skinner. You know, they all do. It just looks like that world, so it's perfect.
And this bird you cannot change. Oh, and the bird you cannot change. And this bird you cannot change. Oh, and the bird you cannot change.
Sort of like, you know, that's good. Well, you have to leave.
I didn't want the gunfights to seem exciting or like an action movie. And it's sort of like the classic Peckinpah thing to do, is to slow it down and drag it out. So it's all about the people and what's happening. Not only was it slowed down, but it was also mostly played in close-up. You just want to see the people's faces, because it's the only way you're going to feel anything for the situation. So if it played in real time, like boom, 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 when everybody's dead, you'd be like, what the? But it's kind of like, I just remember as a kid loving Bonnie and Clyde. I just never wanted the violence to seem exciting, because I think it's stupid.
A couple things bringing off the hood, some dust hits off the side.
Into that shape of the tree. Sherry, okay?
Are you okay?
Are you okay, Sherry?
shotgun blast too close to Sherry's ear. That was the biggest disaster so far.
Is there any chance of Adam Banjo saving the day here?
He tries like, I mean, it's like every last gasp.
You want to preserve the right to left? Yeah, just
end up there then.
You guys have any suggestions about how a guy like me could relieve some tension? You know, I bet you your little wife, what's her name, Wendy? Now, she could relieve some tension. Boy, got them little titties pretty tight.
In some ways, the character of Otis, I always found more menacing as he was just verbally abusing people than stabbing them or beating them. So, I don't know, there's something about the verbal abuse that's just more unnerving to people.
Taking digital stills and inputting them into the computer and manipulating them in the computer, trying to approximate the final look, and then sending them every day to the lab, and it's been incredible. I mean, because the dailies look exactly the way I envisioned the final film.
There was an imaginary storm looming at one point that was freaking Phil out, and he started screaming that the storm was coming, but it never came.
That's the wrath of hell right there.
See, because otherwise it would be, if that were a windstorm, that'd be flipping, you know?
No, I'm gonna be like this, and you're gonna be here, so when I get hit, I can go there.
No, Roy! Pow!
And then go right after him again, Lou. And...
Get the gun, Roy!
Trying to make everything, you know, believable, like you see on the news that make you uncomfortable. That's what we wanted to try and create, an uncomfortable feeling throughout the violence.
The choke or something like on the stick. Sure. We'll call freeze again. Have you come in.
What we wanted to do was a fight with elements that you don't normally see, which includes some real hits, a board to the head, kicks to the stomach. And we did the entire fight scene, brutal fight scene with not one punch thrown, which to me is much more realistic and pretty vicious looking.
It was nasty. If it was a real fight, people would be hurt bad.
It was the anti-Hollywood fight scene, I think.
Tell me real quick just about the fight scene that you guys did. Pretty brutal. Was it?
What fight scene? Yeah, the old nut shot. It's a little rig inside the pants, which enables the person throwing the blow to be able to do it full on, and that kind of thing just looks so brutal and so real.
I got whacked in the gonads, 100 times with a freaking log.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
Feeling this, all that was fine.
Well, I guess we can't really expect you to say the catchphrase of the movie correctly, can we?
No! Roy! Oi!
I kept yelling Roy, but he thought I was saying oi, like
Oi.
so.
Oi! In that scene, a couple of things pissed me off. One was that my crotch kept tearing the crotch of the pants. It felt like my balls were about to pop out. So that was kind of, just distracting me. And then the other thing that pissed me off was that one of the other actors, when I'm killing him, is spitting in my face.
Fuck you!
Well, he kept spitting. He like spit a lot. So he was spitting like 3 or 4 times in my face. I'd say a couple of words, he'd spit again, spit again, spit again. And he had a mouthful of stage blood. He was like, and spitting like snot and blood. And it kept spitting in my face and sticking to my hair, and it was a dusty, hot day, and it's just like a bummer.
Oh, fuck you! Fuck you, cocksucker! Fucking asshole! Fuck you! Fucking motherfucker! You fucking son of a bitch! Fucking son of a bitch!
And we shot it at an abandoned chicken ranch in Lancaster, Palmdale, where the fuck we were. But it was miserable. High winds and just miserable conditions. But it was all good. And the misery, I think they truly think the misery adds to the film. Because you can see it on people's faces. They don't have to fake it. They feel like crap.
Ass motherfucker!
Good job. You okay?
Nice.
Yeah, well, that was a hell of a day, I'll tell you. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yes. Give it. Yeah. Ride the horse, baby. Ride it. Yeah.
We went inside this shitty house and had probably the most disturbing scene in the movie with Captain Spaulding having sex with Ginger Lynn in a dream sequence. That was pretty freaky.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny because everyone's been watching everything fairly unaffected, but for some reason that seemed to bother a lot of people. They felt that we crossed the line on that one.
Oh, honey, you're getting a good ride tonight. Next time you're gonna have to pay me. For all you ladies that are out there that hate this one particular thing, when having sex, I made sure that I put it in. I wore my socks.
I was fighting, sparring, and I tore my ACL, my MCL, my meniscus. So I had surgery about 10 days ago.
You try to plan for everything, and then suddenly you're getting ready to shoot a scene, and someone comes up and goes, you know, Ginger Lynn's on crutches. And you're like, nobody knew this until 10 seconds before we were going to shoot this scene.
For this fucker.
Hey. Come on now, baby, hold on.
She's a real trooper. We stuck her in a position. We sort of lifted her up and set her down on top of Sid, and she started, you know, moving and grooving.
Luckily, even though this scene requires I have a lot of movement, being that I'm very intimate with Spaulding, I can use my hips to make up for what my legs can't do.
What's the matter, bad dream?
Yeah, 50-50. She's hilarious, okay? If I hear poopy one more time, I'm gonna scream, but...
It was written once, and I decided to use it 10,000 times. Oh, come on, I'm horny. Oh. Most guys like that quality in a girl.
He just lives in filth. I mean, I know a lot of people that live like that, and it's shocking.
Yeah, except you're acting like some kind of spastic mongoloid heat.
Poopy? What do you need a gun for? Where are we going?
You ain't going nowhere, bitch.
Oh, Poopy.
Get out of my fucking way.
No, I want to go. Poopy, come back.
Right here, right?
Poopy, who was on the phone? I'm still horny.
Leave me alone, woman!
Not my Poopy.
Leave me alone!
Poopy, no! Poopy, no, go! I'm horny!
Pretty cool there.
I must have been through about 1,000,000 girls.
Ken, take that down.
We're moving it.
Leave 'em alone.
Try to stay off. Well,
Oh, the 1, 2, 3.
Well, yeah, so the photos are clearly lit.
Right.
We're over them, their silhouettes, but when you're there looking up at him talking, he's
lit by
clearly
them.
lit, yes.
You didn't spawn from that corner. Look at Sam Brown.
William's a real throwback actor, and I mean that in a good way, to like another time. Like he really like, and we would talk about this a lot, where he just feels like the type of actor that he is almost like a dying breed. Like he really does relate to the Robert Shaws and the Lee Marvins, the guys who are like tough guys off screen, on screen. That's their persona, and you know, just get them started about like, you know, new Hollywood pretty boys, and you'll hear some good stories.
This is the only one really. The other one
Well,
Well, we've had a great time. I mean, that's all pretty much, all we do is laugh, It's great because, Dave is real good. He's sharp. He's very sharp, and he picks up on every little thing. So I come in, and, I got these nuances where I'm like his teacher, boy, what did I tell you? Get your ass over here right now. It's like this whole world of, like, how he's bringing him along. We even implied in one scene, jokingly that, if son of a bitch wasn't related to my wife, he wouldn't even he'd be parking cars for a living,
Hey, Chief. I'm thinking we ought to track down this Groucho Marx guy, ask him a few questions. Maybe he's involved.
Idiot, he died last year. He died, didn't he?
I mean, I've always loved the Marx Brothers. I've always really loved the Groucho ever since I was a little kid. And it was probably just fresh in my mind, and I liked the idea that this family of insane people were probably TV obsessed too, and they took all their aliases from Marx Brothers characters. It took a long time before anyone even noticed it, even though, like, Captain Spaulding is so obvious because it's a famous Groucho Marx character.
Goddamn Elvis fucking Presley!
What did you say about the king?
I said he...
You ever say another derogatory word about Elvis Aaron Presley in my presence again, and I will kick the living shit out of you! You get this Hollywood-loving pussy out of my face!
The only time you see him lose his cool in the whole movie really is when someone badmouths the king. I believe that was a William thing.
Fuck Groucho!
Cut. Okay, cutting.
I just want to see.
The only trick now at day 11, I think, is we've done a lot of really great stuff. And it's just a matter of keeping the level of what we're doing at a certain point.
It's funny, I have green contrast.
You know what might need Christian is sexy. Double stick or something. Sure you got it. Just cut it, shave it.
Are you done trying to scare me?
No, man.
One of the biggest tricks or things to know as a director is just every actor is different. You got to figure out what everybody wants and try to get them to give you what you want. And, that's really the trick, balancing it out. Because some of them are very serious all the time, some of them joke around all the time, and those combinations don't always go together, and you have to find a way to make them all, work.
Yeah, we'll try it like that one. Sure.
Well, the Firefly is not as attractive as she used to be.
They're gonna crawl on their hands and knees and they're gonna beg me for mercy, but all I'm gonna have for them is pain.
Today she's claiming workman's comp. She showed up in a neck brace and it's really brought Bill down, unfortunately, as you can see. But little does he know that it's a joke.
Oh, you know that William Forsythe doesn't know his own strength.
Okay.
Don't worry, I already called my lawyer, man.
When I first came to work, it was in the scene I had with William, and it was, I'll see you in fucking hell. It took me a while to even learn that I could, use the word. And now, in fact, I worked it into almost every sentence I said in the movie after that. It just felt so good to get it out.
What makes him outstanding as a director and why I think he has a future in other kinds of films is that he has a real strong sense of clarity about each scene of what he wants to do, but he's completely open about how we get there. It's almost old school. And the atmosphere here really, I think, shows exactly what kind of director he is, because everything here is just...
And normally you'd expect the sheriff to be the good guy that comes in and saves the day, but in this film, the sheriff's out of his mind. He's got flashbacks of his dead brother, and he winds up being just as violent as the family and torturing them in the end. And by the end of the film, you don't really even know who to root for. Is there a good guy or is there not? It's just really just a violent entertainment spectacle.
It's like 1870s or something.
Right.
And it's been added on, but then they closed it down. It's been closed for many, many years.
Half these people are probably still alive,
Yeah, the records are still here.
Yeah, I want to have a whole bunch of, like a big box, tons of extras.
and bought my lipstick.
They talk to them every year just before they.
From there to there.
From here to here. So,
Action. Keep going there. Cutting.
I was in makeup for 15 hours, but it takes about 4.5, 5 hours to put on.
First put a base coat on, like a pale dead light color, stippled on with a sponge, and then just kind of go in modelly with like a purplish color, you know, and then we go back on top with a powder mixture with like KY jelly, and it dries and it kind of looks like the skin's a little cracky, and so that's kind of like the third color on top.
Yeah, that's what's.
The Dr. Satan thing was always the one holdover from the first movie that I knew the fans liked, but I was like, it's really a stretch making it work because it's very fantasy-like, and Wayne Toth redid the makeup over and over to try to make it more realistic, and somehow at the end of the day it just seemed so hokey.
Hi, kids. Make sure and brush your teeth. You wind up like me.
Big. So much of it is uphill that it's just a pain almost to go.
And I thought like, oh great, Rosario's coming in, she's super cool. Let me give her a good scene with a lot of craziness, because I knew if she was doing it, she wanted to do something bloody and crazy.
She was looking forward to getting bloody, and she got really bloody.
And then, of course, the scene gets cut.
Get him on, Doc! He's as strong as an ox! Hurry!
Bruises, man.
And bruises
Some
from
good
Dobson.
bruises in there.
It's just that we're in so tight and all this stuff is so wide.
He's as strong as an ox! Sedate him, Doc! Hurry!
It's really spooky.
Hurry! Garrett! Garrett! No! Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Yeah, unfortunately, what you don't smell is that this blood is rancid. I think it's like goat's blood or
No,
something.
I think it's period blood.
I can't believe how
So
bad.
cute. You're like so grossed out and excited at the same time.
Even bloodier than the test we did. Really? And it worked out great. The final results, you can't get much bloodier than that, so that's.
It's actually really freaky to suddenly see blood spurting outside out of your neck area. Hi. I'll be your nurse.
We've kind of set up something that's working so well that one false moment and it'll be so obvious.
Flashing.
I scare the crap out of a little kid.
Excuse me, you happen to see a circus come through here?
It is challenging because we're not shooting in order. We couldn't shoot in order. So he comes in and out of clown makeup quite a bit.
I had never been presented with clown phobias before. And they come in all ages, shapes, and sexes. Do I stutter, bitch? I said top secret clown business.
Jamie, get in the car. Lock the door.
Where the hell you going?
It's very scary. I mean, it's you don't have to act anything. Just looking at me like, ah.
Action.
Let's go. Get in. Oh. Hi.
Hi.
I'm looking for Daddy.
All right,
for my
doing
boy.
again, gang.
You gotta get 3 of them.
No, I was wondering if I
You were saying you never protected it.
All directors can do that.
That's about it.
What is this, a Three Stooges routine? He picks up one, drops two. Come on, what is this?
To me, it's all in the details. And I hate watching a movie where I feel like someone wasn't detail-oriented, where you feel like they just went like, yeah, that'll work. you know, maybe I'm just insane, but I can be totally distracted and taken out of a film by the simplest detail that seems out of place. If someone's wearing the wrong shoes or hat, and that's why every actor had to grow a mustache, grow a beard.
Well, you grow my hair, I'm still walking. Okay.
See?
All right.
Now I can come across.
All right.
Fucking hands off of me!
What's the matter, kid? Don't you like clowns? Go, 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 move! Yeah! It was a compliment to me because I actually got him to cry. I mean, for a moment there, it was real for him, you know?
Driving in the car was really fun.
Yeah,
we
it
had a
was.
lot of laughs
Yes,
and a lot
we
of
had.
jokes.
Yes, we had fun in the car.
Cool. You can read it and everything.
Hey man, if anyone's interested, I think I'm gonna be wanting some ice cream in about 10 miles.
Hey man, I think I'm gonna be wanting some ice cream in about 10 miles.
Don't you fucking imitate me, it's fucking rude. I know what I know, and I know I don't like that nutsack.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Sid, Bill, and Sherry, who at this point I think work amazing together. I mean, I thought they were great in the first film, but they didn't even know each other then. So now they've become friends. They've spent a ton of time together the last 4 years. So they really function as a family. It's funny.
2 fucking seconds for the kid. Is that gonna kill you?
Yes, it is gonna kill me. I have calculated the time, and 2 seconds is the exact amount of time that's a hazard to my fucking health.
Come on, don't be such a fucking drag. I'm starving.
Hey, eat this.
Well, that's the best way to kick somebody in the ass. You know, get them laughing and then all of a sudden rip somebody's guts out. And you go, whoa! Now they start feeling guilty about thinking it was so funny.
Everything's, yeah, all the locations have been great. They're really, you know, they're interesting, but they don't look like they're trying to show off. That's one thing we've been doing good on this movie, like, between, like, you know, hair, makeup, costumes, wardrobe, sets. Like, they're not overpowering the actors.
Where did you find all the junk? Did you just grab it around?
We got some of it from my landlady's basement. My landlady is like a pack rat. She's like a cat lady. We took about 3 or 4 5 tons full of junk up here.
Yeah, they cleaned off everything on the set we're going. The cows came in and shit all over everything last night, so it was about a ton of crap. And the donkey likes to live inside the motel set at night.
Can't get out of the package.
Sound spinning.
Yep, action.
Right in. Action.
Driving up with the entire police force, surrounds the Firefly house. You know, so it's a very strong entrance into the film. You know immediately who he is and where he's coming from. Not only that, but I'm gonna stand out here and eat an Egg McMuffin before we attack.
He's really been a good thing for the movie because, you know, he takes what he does very seriously, and we've really needed that because, yeah, essentially as the only new lead character, I didn't want him to get eaten up by the other characters.
Dobson, it's time for us to do what the good Lord would refer to as a cleansing of the wicked. I called up the office and I said, tell him I'm downstairs. Ask him if he'd come down and meet me outside. And where their office is right where that statue of John Wayne is, right on Wilshire Boulevard. You know, and you know, there was John Wayne on his horse. And I looked at Rob when he came down and I said, that's him. That's Wydell, you know. And it really is, at least in his own mind.
Gentlemen, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
100th roll. It's tradition.
Here's to 100 more. God bless you. I mean, you know, we already hit 110 on beat camera, so that's actually 200.
Thanks for being a buzzkill, Phil. Cheers.
this house. They just they're working on the pyro on the outside of here, and they're wallpapering the interior now.
Give me a 2 for 4. Just okay. 2 for 4 bank with quarter.
Rob, you want to watch that one?
Count 10 cars. About 25 pigs. I know. Shit. Fuck. Shit.
Where the fuck is Tiny?
I ain't seen Tiny.
Tiny? Oh, I think he went out last night.
Look, everybody, shut up. I know. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck.
It's Tiny.
I ain't seen Tiny.
Yeah, they are. Well, the shootout at the beginning of the movie, I wanted to feel, once again, not like an action movie shootout, but like news footage of Waco or something, where the cameramen feel like they're almost news cameramen that are caught in the battle, so they're ducking and moving behind things, and you're just whipping around and catching pieces of things because you feel like you're there. There's a million shootouts in movies, and they're going to have bigger budgets and more explosions, more bullets, more everything. So instead of trying to compete on a scale of like making it bigger, I wanted to just make it crazier.
Doubling for Dobson.
Nice.
The pretty boy on the set.
Mr. William Forsythe himself.
It is squib mania. I mean, the joke was always a house of 1,000 squibs.
Yeah, we got about 415 or 20 in the house. Same amount on the porch. Each car's got 175 hits in it. We're going to put dust hits all around it, so near misses, and it's going to look great. The porch itself is going to be fantastic.
It's going to look pretty fucking killer.
Zirc is the anonym for zirconium, and it's a liquid pyrotechnic. As soon as it dries in these little balls, it makes a display.
This thing works.
Say if you have like 15 hits, make like number 7 the bubble.
Guys, the fix is on. Action!
My favorite part was when they isolated on the pheasant. It was an afterthought, and I thought to myself, I'd love to see feathers fly in this. Yes, regular condoms, large. They're basically applied to the wardrobe underneath, blows out.
All right, here we go. Take the guns hot. Action!
I thought you were going to come in.
Tyler Bane's suit, who plays Rufus, is based on Ned Kelly. We like the idea of him making his own armor at home, welding it in the garage. And Tyler, the actor, is so big, I mean, because he's like 6'11" or something, I don't know how tall he is, he's huge, that he could actually carry this around. But we didn't want to look phony, because phony armor is tricky, so, you know, Wayne took it upon himself to actually, you know, he cast Tyler's body and made him some armor out of real metal.
It was supposed to be rustic and looked like it was made out of really thick steel, which we obviously couldn't do because it would weigh way too much for someone to wear. We wound up making it out of steel. It was the quickest way to get from point A to Z. It's supposed to be steel. You know, nothing really looks like metal other than real metal. But we made it out of a thinner type of sheet metal and then beefed up the edges. So it looks like it's very thick, but it's really not that heavy.
Here comes C-3PO.
You know, Oz didn't give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have. That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, there we go. Now we're comfortable.
It's refreshing.
I've done longer beards than that. Hey, did you want him to?
I guess this is where I gotta keep my eyes shut, huh?
Yep.
Make sure to leave some holes so you can breathe.
Oh yeah. So tilt your chin up a little bit, Tom. Go.
Oh my God, that's great.
Wow, that is awesome.
That one we built on your head cat.
Okay.
I got 2 shades, 2 small ones.
You're going to have to figure a way to hit that button and release the magazine to get it out.
Gotcha.
And then put the new magazine in, hit the button to chamber around, and then start shooting again.
5 more shots. Fire in the hole.
5 shots.
Easy as pie.
Too cool.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Keep bouncing back.
Yeah.
Every square inch of this place is covered with bullet hits. All the way down the whole wall. Gauntlet.
She's a better me. She's a better me than I am.
Not true. She just stands in for lighting. I take all of it.
Yeah, I know.
This is the back wall. This is going to be beautiful. Going to have a hard light source from behind, and we have Celotex, which is already drilled. So when they blow through, there'll be shafts of light coming in.
Action!
What I wanted to do is always have like a different shot. It's always different. We almost never return to the same shot. And that way I thought it made it just feel more like someone's running to another location, shooting, ducking down, running somewhere else, and the camera's here and that's here.
Tape it or I'll just wire it, whatever.
You fuckers!
That looked crazy that time. That was nice.
There's that D camera. Thanks, Dean.
That looked vicious.
They win.
And action!
The smoke shootout is interesting because once again it goes into slow-mo, and I wanted to be sort of surreal. When they kick in the door, they come with their gas masks and it's all smoky. It almost feels like they're on an alien planet or something. Because I always found gas masks to be kind of scary looking. We just had a very gritty, real-time shootout that felt like you were there. And then all of a sudden, it just, once they step inside, I just wanted to take on a more surreal, creepy, bizarre vibe. Like now that, you know, they're in the Firefly world.
He'll fire in response, and then he'll get hit. Shooting all that stuff off of Tyler's suit was the best.
What is it, steel?
22 gauge.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we can zing zerk balls off him all day
No,
long.
kidding.
Yes.
I'll bounce a couple off of here. That way, if I hit him, it's my hiney.
sorry, Sheriff, but you ain't getting me.
Cut.
Well, the big thing we worked on a lot in this movie was Tiny, because the movie's so real that then you have that character, and if it doesn't work as a real character, it fucks up the whole movie. Whereas the last one we had enough wackiness to go, okay, I'll buy into that. But that was Wayne's big challenge.
Okay, well, the makeup on Tiny is an appliance makeup that we did with multiple overlapping foam latex appliances. So we start with a head cast of the actor, in this case it was Matthew McGrory, and on that cast we sculpt what we want the makeup to look like in clay. And then that's broken up into separate pieces for the mold making process. And you need a separate set of appliances for every day he works, because after the removal process they get destroyed and you can't use them over again. So for Matt we had to make 4 separate sets of his appliances, and we pre-painted them. Pre-painting the appliances was a 2-hour process for each set, and gluing it on Matt was a 3-hour process.
You get used to it. I think you have to have a certain ability to be able to put up with it. It is. I'm not gonna say it's not annoying, because it is. You have foam latex glued to my face. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world. But I do know some other actors, some friends of mine, who have had like really small things put on, like maybe an eye thing or something, and it just wigs them out.
On the first movie, we had to cast Chris Hardwick's head, and we really only needed to do the top of his head. We were like, well, it's okay if we just do your whole head. It's a little easier. Yeah, sure, no problem. But he didn't take to it too well.
Oh no!
we were halfway through, and he just basically starts ripping it off.
No way!
Yeah.
I'm sure I could pick up a lot of ladies like this.
Ideally,
he's wearing some overalls, which the costume department told me cost $500.
It's just too curly then.
Thank you.
I'll take him a little bit off the ground, guys.
We're taking a monitor set up.
Hold that.
We want to get the monkey POV, Tiny dragging the girl.
Action! Up.
You guys lose image?
They're going that way or that way?
They'll be coming up that road and like making a donut. You know, pull it that way and look that way. That's probably the that seems to be a lot.
Or you can the exterior sewer pipe for the escape.
Does it? Give me the whiz bang. Yeah.
You grinning big on this is so sick. Out of everything that's going on, now he's having a good time.
Go away or just the glow?
I need somebody to scratch my nose. Just up the side of it. Yeah. 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 Come a little forward. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. That was really nice. Thank you very much.
I need somebody to scratch my ass.
It
we were all sort of like, God, how is the scene gonna work? You know, we weren't sure how we were all gonna play it because the family had to seem vulnerable, and the sheriff had to seem like he was, you know, finally taking over us, and we weren't sure how we were gonna play it. And we had so much fun with it once we worked it out.
Wake up! See, I tried to walk the line. Only now I realize there is no line.
It's like that for you?
It's pretty disturbing. It's very disturbing. You want her? You got her. You know, we're people, we're actors, you know. I mean, it's like basically, you know, for 10 days straight, I was, you know, making them pay. You know, so yeah, I mean, that's never as much fun as it may look.
I have already cried a couple of times in this movie. You know, which is like, where does that come from?
In character, or?
Yeah, oh, in character. Well, no, I mean, yeah, absolutely in character, which has been really exciting. I mean, so there is a depth, there's an emotional connection in this that, you know, there wasn't as much in the first one.
Stupid fuck, just like you. Come to me like some matinee fucking cowboy idol. All I had to do was point him in a direction, and there he goes. Officer Y fucking Dell to the rescue.
Then I hate fucking clowns.
Yeah, we talked about it.
So what you're talking about
Well, no, because we cut the lines.
That's all right. Yeah, that's good.
You know what I did? Took my knife and I stuck in there real good.
It was pretty moving. I mean, I was shaking after every take, and it was just, it changed my perspective on how every actor does things.
Yeah, well, I can't fucking wait. You want it? Here it is. Come and get it. Come on!
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Are you feeling it, brother?
Yeah,
How far? 2.5?
It's time to end this loose reign. Look, you're free.
When I turn around, there's going to be people there.
Hey, Mark. Be Mark. Action.
The Roosevelt County Sheriff's Department is completely surrounded. You have no chance of escape. Now would be the time to vacate the premises peacefully.
Got it.
Okay.
Like,
That'll be good.
people always
Yeah.
ask that question, like, is it hard working with your wife? And I guess for some people maybe it could be, but for me it's not, because I approach it like she's just another actress in the movie. Because everybody's different. It's not like, oh, I'll treat her this way and everybody else this way. You know, you get 50 actors and you got to treat every single one of them differently. Like, you know, I can joke with Sid in a way that if I said it to another actor, they might run off the set in tears. So you really have to treat everybody different. So it's not like any special adjustment for her.
He knows me so well and knows what I can do, and then he knows what I can do more than I know, so he pushes me to these levels, and I'm just, you know, I love working with him. I'm thrilled. There's a million fucking cops. Come on.
The drop of the lighter. Flames come out, pan over, see them.
Fire comes up.
The flames in the house at all? We're doing it. Okay.
Action.
Run well, motherfuckers.
Our fantasies have got to be more extreme than our realities to maintain some sort of balance, okay? And since the reality that we're living in today is so out there, then the fantasies just naturally have to assume a larger role.
Cutter! Cutter, wake up! Cutter! Wake up! Cutter, wake the fuck up! Wake the fuck up!
We get the blood tubing up to a small bottle, which we punctured with the nail. Yeah, gushed blood everywhere.
I mean, to me, a visual effect works if you don't notice it. You know, as soon as you notice it, it's worthless.
Get the nails!
Next phase is exciting because right now I'm just watching very raw footage, and it's like, God, I can't wait till there's sound effects and music, and you know, it's cut together. And
Hot, smoky, look great.
the corral here, yeah, I'm just thinking, I want to almost turn that into a maze.
You guys can connect it right
Cowhead. You know, you hustler here, running down here, you know, open the door, shove her inside. You come around the front. As you're coming around the front, you're about here.
Yeah. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Just stay in the car. Just stay put. Stop it.
Wow!
Wait till night. Do them in a western town.
Fake like Kidney Brown or something. Like that scene in Taxi Driver.
I can hear you, baby girl!
Whether or not there's a hero in the movie is debatable, which is the way I wanted it. And I hate when it's just like, it's black and it's white. Good guy, bad guy. I like movies like Taxi Driver, where at the end of the movie, like Travis Bickle, good guy, bad guy, you know, avenging hero who saves a little girl, or insane psycho who's gonna go nuts the following day. And that's like real life, you're never really sure.
I'll go get him.
No, just get in. Just stay put.
How's that feel, baby girl?
Yeah, that may be a good idea. Can you lean forward that way? Water will be over.
Yeah, bend over at the waist.
Oh, I see it coming.
Try to connect to that.
Action! Die in terror!
Run, baby girl, run! Run, Robbie, run! Run, run, run! Run, run, run! Ooh, Lord, I bet that hurts.
About where Ryan is, you know. About where everybody was. Then she'll fall and crawl.
Run, 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 run! Ooh, Lord, I bet that hurts.
It's really crazy like that. It's just I wanted to cover it.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Run! 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 Run, run, run! Lord, I bet that hurts.
Rory, how much was NG?
99% of it.
You pushed me in the car too hard. So that's one more bruise to add to the beating of Sherry. It hurts really bad.
Well, works kind of like a sticker, but you still have to tweak it a little bit. Could stay for a few days.
Oh, promise me you'll take it off. Actually, my 17-year-old wants me to keep it. She would love to. She would love this to be a permanent tattoo. I think the only line that we didn't cross that kind of appeared as a line was in the opening scene where we discover I am lying in bed with a naked corpse. I didn't know how we were going to shoot it. I figured that maybe I would be nude as well because it's my bed and my corpse. But he was, he said, no, I want you in tidy whities. And I was like ready. Give the long-suffering horror fan a view of my shining behind, but he didn't want to go. He said it's not that kind of movie.
Action. Come on, Tiny.
Hey.
I'm happy.
From the halls
Without that thing, just wave. Hey.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we're all kind of happy to be here.
No more
Jump
pyramids.
in there, Bill.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Walk in there, Sid.
Hey!
I just love him. And Sherry. I mean, what a great couple. And I love Sherry. She is my daughter.
I don't know about you, but I wish I had a bullwhip right now.
I don't know about you. Yeah, that's pretty much what she's hoping for, too.
I do. Hey, looky here, I got something for you. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I got something for you.
At all cost, he's going to bring these guys down. He's the hero, more or less. He just, at a certain point in the script, he just takes it very far.
And then I'm victimized a lot. So that for me was different, being the victim. It was really, with William, it was Forsyth. That affected me. That was really scary.
How's that feel, huh? How's it feel to be helpless, huh?
Why? She got settled in.
Mask is better. That mask is scary. That mask is scary.
Daddy, your daddy's chestnuts are roasting on an open fire, bitch. Huh?
Right now, they're drawing these handprints around my neck, and I'm afraid it all doesn't exactly end well for Wydell.
Action.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! I took your last, bitch!
Right. I don't think we did.
If there were cows in here making noise and stuff, it's easier to think that Charlie could come up behind and go.
Calm down.
Pilot. It gets real. The radiance. Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, we could just, yeah, I just want to get him down coming at us. We could end it here.
Quiet, please. Action.
Daddy! Daddy! Daddy, are you alright?
Good. This has really been like a family situation. Everybody really gets along with one another. I haven't run into, oh, look at me, egos anywhere. It's been really an ideal situation.
But it was crazy.
It could take 6 hours, 8 hours, and you can start bringing it down. The more you do it, the faster you get.
Oh yeah, that's the wonderful thing about working with Rob. He, you know, we'll put our heads together, we'll collaborate, and come up with something new, something interesting. We'll change something, and he's very open to that. He's open to ideas, and sometimes when I go too far, because I can go on forever, he'll say, "Okay, stop. Back to the script. Okay."
Don't be fooled by the glamour. I got trouble. Don't get me started.
Well, what kind of trouble you got, man? You got hot and cold running pussy on tap.
Man, dealing with these greedy bitches ain't all it's cracked up to be.
My brother.
She'll just be, you know,
Going right where.
Right here?
get the steam coming up.
Where Lisa is.
Oh, it's tough time.
Each line on a cold silver night, you can stare your fate right in.
Thank God we had Strasbourg throat slitting one.
It's 35 going away. So then we'll have that piece of that we can put this onto.
I got you. Wow, this is like high-tech shit, baby. You know, this is like we're sparing no expense. Boy.
Tuesday.
Watch her stand up,
Oh,
turn
this is changing
around,
to delusional
and then
dead
on the
bitch in
turn
the
we'll cut
back,
to Sherry turning around.
You know.
Advice on a cold winter's night that your dreams are just an island in the sand.
Especially the western town. I mean, it was a western town. It wasn't even like, oh, if you look over there, you see that. It was, you kind of got into the vibe, and you really felt like you were there after a while. I think it really helps in a way. Help keep people in character.
It'd be better if everything went dark and we should probably go up there and have a look before why don't we do that before we leave tonight? We'll go up there and have a look and see if it's even worth doing.
Charlie, my brother. I'm looking for you, clown. You gonna start the killing, you better start right here. You make sure I'm all the way dead. So I'll come back, I'll make you my bitch. Bitch that motherfucker.
Come on, get the scumbags in the car right now.
Hey, Mark. There are quite a few. I think you'd have to ask the crew which ones they like. I think Business is Business, Baby is pretty popular right now.
Business is business, baby.
The words grittier and darker and more edgy, I think those are the three adjectives. It's absolutely true, but at the same time, there's a lot of humanity in this one too, which is really a strange thing for me to be saying.
You motherfucker! Stop it! Stop it, motherfucker!
Barbas.
I was very excited to hear that Ken Foree got the job, and it's really exciting because he's so good in Dawn of the Dead. And I don't really know. I'm sure he's worked a lot since then, but nothing as exciting or not as renowned as that.
Right, Charlie. You are an asshole. Why don't you get on your fucking horse and ride?
All right, let's get this freak show on the road.
There was a fear that I thought people would think that, oh, it's it's like stunt casting. Let's cast all these sort of like recognizable horror faces from all over the place. But that really wasn't my intention. I mean, I really would just cast people that I thought were really good. Ken's from Dawn of the Dead, Michael's from Hills Have Eyes. Like everybody had their key sort of like movie they're remembered for. But I didn't cast them because of that. I mean, that kind of brings a cool thing to it. But if I didn't think that they could act or pull off the part, like I wasn't interested in like, hey, distracting cameo, because that drives me crazy in movies. Like it's a cameo by someone who's terrible.
The thing is, these characters, classic characters, crop up all the way through the storyline. But everybody is so solid in what they're doing, and at the same time, different from what they've been established as.
This was so much fun. This is the best party I've been to in years.
Now, stand by.
I'm working with my friends. It's like family out here. This is a great cast, great crew.
Shot like that. Is there a better way to do this?
Ready, Marco?
It's funny because Otis has really kicked in the female fans. As Rob says, Otis is either getting beaten up or having sex in one hideous form or other. Boy, they thought Otis was a sexy guy in the first one. The second one,
Let's keep going.
Help me, woman, help me, Kenobi, help me. You're my only hope.
Okay, well, what about the Mexican hot dip?
Oh,
What is that?
I love that one. That one's my favorite. I made that one up, and it's so much fun.
What is
I put a wick in your dick, and then we dip your balls in hot wax. You want to try? Yeah, this is a very popular item.
That's hilarious.
Now we're talking.
She kicked ass. She was hilarious playing Candy, the seems like the constantly drunk prostitute who's out of her mind. And yeah, she really took a tiny moment and made it into an extravaganza. Let's say it's some funny shit.
What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
Because in the beginning there was, me just kicking the shit out of him through his one scene, and he dropped say take it out because you don't need it. A couple punches here and there, and that's all you really need to do because the character's imposing with itself.
Hey, what the fuck?
I'll go with the Princess Leia bit.
I'll get them to make more
He
sense.
goes through the window, right?
Yeah.
You're going to the 85 for the CU.
Can I have my ice, please?
You're from Connecticut.
Fuck you, bitch.
Oh, fuck, man.
I got you now, motherfucker.
Fuck you, bitch.
Way out in the sand.
You know what? I really enjoyed Candy. She's a hooker from 1978 in Texas, and she's low-end hooking. You know what I mean?
What do you want me to say? It's a slow fucking night, boss. All them farmers want is a quickie hand job and boom!
I just loved it. I mean, I'm really pretty safe because I do a lot of kid stuff, but for me, the crazier the better. It was just like being released from a bottle. I was like,
Find a new angle and you might attract a higher clientele.
yeah, well, I've been thinking about that, right? I was thinking about something spacey, like that Star Wars shit. Them losers want to fuck Princess Leia, right?
Hot fucker.
Thank you.
Ken's really a funny presence and has such a different vibe. I think a lot of people won't even realize it's him till it's over. And same with a lot of people. I mean, I sort of cast people and then made them play against type. Like Michael Berryman usually was like the intense, scary guy, so I was like, why don't I make him like the stupid, goofy guy? So it didn't seem like an obvious choice to cast.
They all want to pretend they're robots. Last thing I need is horny robots running around tripping over shit.
Droids. They call them droids.
Whatever. I still say it's risky.
but that morning my agent said, look at these sides and tell me if it's something you want to do. And I read that one scene and I was like, this is really funny. I think it's crazy and it's just funny, and there's definitely got to be people out there that like that kind of humor, and I know I do.
Boom!
Boys, West Side. Well, you can start off with that and we say, well, what do you want? I mean, what we're doing this time that, I didn't do last time at all is we're sticking to the script, but as you film scenes, we've had luxury of doing, and this is more the back end of the movie, so we can sort of try to emotionally make the jump from one place to another and not just like, well, this is the script, so we'll just do it as it is. Yeah, we kind of change it a little bit every day.
Y'all ain't planning on fucking these chickens, are you? The fuck are you getting at?
That boy there looks sexually frustrated. And I don't approve goddamn chicken fucking.
That boy there, he looks sexually frustrated.
Frustrated. Yeah, I'm frustrated. Frustrated.
Now, y'all ain't planning on fucking these chickens, are you?
What the fuck are you getting at? Do you fuck chickens?
Well, I have thought about fucking some chickens before.
Yeah, we just take everything, get the meat and potatoes, and then try to see if we can come up with something else, something that, you know, a little twist, something, you know.
Boss, look out.
Wolfchair flywheel. Come on, get your pimping ass over here.
There's 3 directors that I would work for any day, any time, anywhere, for any price. Number 1 has got to be Jack Hill because he and I cut our theatrical teeth together, okay? The second is Quentin Tarantino, and the third is Rob. And it's because all 3 guys have basically the same style. They have a very clear vision of what it is that they want, and they're able to impart that to you, and then they just let you alone and let you do your job. And when it's collaborative to that extent, I would work forever.
Yeah, let's see if we can that, mark that up. Let's see what kind of, if we can get like some kind of weird angle or something on that.
Ain't much more coal to go down to. Ain't much more soul to get round to.
I'd have to say the party scene in the saloon was my favorite scene.
The original script, it was going to be a trailer park with all kinds of trailers, right? With this kind of fencing here, there was going to be an entrance to this trailer park, and it was going to be a psychedelic trailer park. And we came here, and Rob and the production designer looked at this town and said, hey, we can make this into a better psychedelic place.
He dances like a white man, but it was still kind of cute.
Action!
Bring it around even a little bit more.
Okay. See that shadow out there? Try not to get into that, okay?
I was surprised how much the beads hung me up.
Did they? And you know what the bead did? You didn't come out as high through the window as you thought.
Yeah.
It pulled you down. You know what I mean?
Look good though.
What's going on, Billy,
Yeah,
baby buzz?
this is my glam look.
Oh man, you look good, man.
I want it to be for the one-sheet poster. This will be in every multiplex in the country in 6 months. Mark my word.
It's the white flag.
Oh man, you know, great. Rob is great, the crew is great. It's wonderful to step on a set and find that you have a certain atmosphere of just everyone cooperating, getting along, having a great time, and people doing it because they like the director and they do it on a heartbeat, which I would do again.
This is full 4?
Uh-huh.
I can't believe you here. Oh, believe it, bro. Hey, I'm sorry about that. It's just a little joke. We always play on.
I can't speak for the crew who've been here day in and day out every single day, but I've been very comfortable. It seems to have worked out just fine. So there's not a lot of, gotta just do the next scene, where you kind of sometimes, especially in over a course of 6 weeks, you just kind of gasping to get to the finish line. But this, I'm ready to go for another 6 weeks. Oh, I'll knock on wood.
I know that ain't Cutter walking towards me with that stupid grin. Cause I swore if I ever saw that dumb cunt, no good piece of shit motherfucking brother of mine, he'd soon be a dead piece of shit, no good motherfucking brother of mine. Okay, everybody in the peanut gallery, Simon says hands up.
He said get your fucking hands up.
Just do it. You crazy pig fucking son.
What you call me? If you give me a chance, I was gonna call you a crazy pig fucking dumbass pussy piece of shit. Oh, brother, you dead man.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes, wish I could stay for another 2 weeks, then we all would break, go away for about a month, come back and shoot another film. It was that much fun.
Come here, baby! Hey, and you remember Happy Boy here? Are you still an asshole? Hey, this is Casey, my most limber lady. And this is Candy, my...
To me, working with Bill was like magic because the way he looks is so cool that I'm sort of like a kid and my fantasy, my imagination is so out there that when I look at him, just looking at him just completely puts me into another place.
What you looking at?
I'm looking at you, Mama.
Yeah, you see something you like?
Maybe. I set my standards pretty low, so I'm never disappointed.
Basically done. We're moving to the basement for a dream sequence and some escaping and whatnot. And that's it. It sucks, you know, we're having a good time. Feels like we're about halfway through, but we're done, and it'll be the end of that.
Come on, we gotta celebrate!
Everything. You think it's gonna be when it's done, Tony? Like
It is done.
It is done. It's the basement.
How big is this?
It's about 40 foot by 50 foot.
These are all refrigerators with the doors off. So you have to kind of force your way through this very constricted passageway and to see all the little surprises in those refrigerators. Yeah, and then when you go through here, the first like real shock you're gonna get is whatever is in this little niche here, okay? If you look down there at the camera angle, you get a nice sense of it.
Cool, man. Some teenage. Not bad. I had this girlfriend in high school.
That's great.
Nothing else? You sure?
No. Shame.
I think we've been averaging about 70 setups a day. We've shot close to 180,000 feet of film, which in 35 millimeter equivalent would be like 300,000 feet of film, which is pretty amazing on a 29-day schedule.
Different kinds of fucking bossing.
All right, here. This one. Just give it slide to the side. Hold this. Take the thing, slide to the side. Take the thing off. All right, Mr. Good.
Marco was all scared by it.
Good luck.
What police have uncovered reads like this. Words can't describe it. Human skulls used as ornaments. Body parts stuffed in refrigerators. And I can't believe what it says here. A mass grave of decomposing bodies dumped under the crawl space of the house.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think you should check this out.
What?
I don't know.
Jesus H. Christ, that motherfucker.
What? You recognize the clown?
Yeah, his name is Spaulding. Captain fucking Spaulding.
Actually, his confidence, no. I mean, he was confident from the beginning, and that hasn't changed. He has a magnificent, I think, directing style in that he's very loose about it. He allows you to enjoy what you're doing but he also clearly knows what he wants. And that is unbelievably important.
Don't fucking move, clown.
You looking for somebody?
Look at his coat.
And when I coughed up the blood, Jerry just like turned away. It was cool. Just an instant blood squirting out, she turned.
That's great.
Turns in the camera.
Jerry, lean forward a little. Not so much. That's good. A little bit more. Can you see them all, David? Yep. I don't know how I've grown. I mean, you just get a better understanding of what works. And I think a lot of the actors, you know, what they learn too when you talk to them for the first time, like you think, oh, this looks good on camera, then you see it on camera and go, geez, what am I making, a silent movie? What's with the gesturing, you know? Like you just learn, like, it's sort of like when I first started making music. You have a song in your head, and it takes a while till you can figure out how to get it from your head onto a record. And in between, you're like, well, that's not quite what I had in mind. That's not quite. And now it's just the process of getting it from your head on film. And sometimes it's been astonishing, all the way through, just certain scenes when they can be done, you go, that's exactly what I fucking had in mind. Whereas last time I'd go like, well, all right, that's as good as that's gonna get.
I didn't take them out. Okay.
Cut it. Put a mellow ending. Everyone did a fucking amazing job. I mean, it flew by in a second. I think it's gonna be fucking great. Everyone kicked ass. Phil, who still thinks I don't like him. No, I don't know what to say. Thank you, everybody. And
Thank you, Rob.
Production wrap on Dallas, everybody.
Good job, man, too.
I feel more confident with this one than I was extremely confident with the first one. I knew it was going to be a success the day I read the script.
Hey,
These kind of movies I love to see. You know, I love to watch them no matter what. The movies, video, doesn't matter, man. I dig watching them.
Did you have any fun?
So much fun.
It's been pretty exciting, and I'm impressed.